All right, what is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another hike post-mortem. I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna do these for all of like the big sort of backpacking hikes I'm gonna do from now on. I think they're quite helpful for myself and just like, it's like a visual journal of like what works. So I went to the Algonquin Park, Western Uplands. You guys can probably Google that. If you guys are from Canada, you'll know, or like from Toronto, you'll know Algonquin Park. So yeah. We did the smaller loop. There's like a large extended loop, which would actually go even further. I'm going to put this in the laser pointer mode. The extended loop would go all the way up here off the map a bit more and come back. So we did the smaller, shorter loop. My friend essentially planned this out and like booked all the campsites and stuff. So honestly, kudos to my buddy. I probably should try and plan one of these, but like, I don't know. I've got like zero willpower. I'm like lazy right now. I probably should fix that. But anyways, our first day was around like an 8-kilometer hike, which is pretty soft. We had a little campsite here by a lake, and then there was a huge 13-kilometer loop here. We took a little scenic break at this lake, I think. It's called Oak Lake. It was really nice. And then we finished the rest of the loop. There's a bunch of hills and stuff. And then we had an 11-kilometer loop to finish for the day. I think we took a break over here. I think. I don't know. Like we punched. We were supposed to stop here on the last day, but we just gunned it real hard, and I think we ended up going like halfway before we took a break. So that was pretty good. In terms of terrain quality, it was mostly soft forest floor, so like what you'd imagine, like leaves, dirt, some twigs and branches and stuff, I would say on average. There were some small rocks, things that would be uncomfortable to step on, and there was a decent amount of like big rocks. And there was a very small percentage of like hills, like uphill, downhill. I'm not a big fan of those. I think it's just like maybe my calves aren't strong enough. I don't know. They're like my stabilizer and pushing muscle. And there was like a little bit of swamp and river, but those were all really well like pathed out. There were like huge wooden boards you could step on, so it was pretty easy overall. I would say this is probably like probably a medium hike, I would say, but it's like it felt really easy to me. But yeah. Let's get into it. So here's our postmortem. So we have improvements from last time, like things that got better from last time. We also have issues that we encountered again. So let's just get into the improvements. So bam, hooray, improvements. So my last hike, if you guys like have ever seen it, the one where I went to Queen Elizabeth II Provincial Park, I'll probably link it in the video here. I probably brought close to like 60 pounds of stuff. Now that I think about it, maybe not 60, maybe 50 pounds of stuff. But yeah, I brought like a lot of stuff, like this metal shovel. I think I left that at home. Thank good riddance. But like I brought a short like hatchet. I brought a laser pointer. I was wearing a full-on tactical vest because I was like, I gotta have like quick access to my gear. That really overheated me. I think I brought a saw for cutting through wood, like a folding saw, and a bunch of other like heavy stuff. Like my camp fuel canister was huge. It weighed at least a pound by itself, like the fuel inside. So it was probably 2 pounds. Just a whole lot of bad decisions. So this time I was very like sure about my weight. So I literally just took every single item and I slapped it on my food scale and I just weighed it. And then I figured out all the grams. I added up all the grams and I converted the grams to pounds. I think you divide by 454 grams because that's 1 pound. So anyways, I figured out that I was bringing around like 6 pounds. I would probably say closer to 7 pounds of food. All my other gear totaled up to like 17 pounds. So like just essential. So like sleeping bag, tent, no tarp, sleeping mattress, something just to like, be underneath you so you don't like get like bumpy rocks and like can't sleep. But my hiking bag, I weighed it not in the most scientific way. Like I just sort of like put it on me and I stepped on my scale. But it's approximately 5.5 pounds. So yeah, I think that's actually a heavy bag. That's one of the things we're going to look at in the future as well. And miscellaneous add-ons, I sort of estimated that we were going to at least pack on like 5 pounds of extra random stuff, like extra snacks, little knickknacks and stuff, which I did end up getting. So final weight was around like 35 pounds, maybe 37 pounds. So that was pretty good. Honestly, much better than last time. Another improvement were rations. Oh my God. I think the one thing that was like a huge step up this time was just the food. Last time I brought like the healthy food that I normally would eat on like a day-to-day basis where I'm just like, trying to cut and like manage my calories. I still brought like 3,000 calories last time. But the thing is, like, I was so beat and tired that I don't think 3,000 calories was enough for me. So I was like, screw it. We're going to pack 4,000 calories for every single day. So I went and brought these like frozen foods, like the dried foods that you just need to rehydrate. These are all really good. I had all of them. I didn't get a chance to have the 3 cheese lasagna because we actually didn't need the meal, but it's actually better that way. It's actually, I think, probably a good idea to pack at least one more day worth of food and calories, because you never know what happens, right? So I also brought this like chapaghetti, just sort of instant noodles. I brought all 4 packs. I took them out of their bags because I realized I weighed everything, and I was like, those bags actually were like an extra like 100 grams, and that's a quarter of a pound. So I was like, we're cutting it out. But I think another thing to cut out was like the sauce packets, because I didn't need the sauce packets. I brought them in case because I was like, if these things aren't flavorful enough, then I could put some sauce packet and also put like the instant noodles inside of that bag and cook. And let me tell you, cooking the instant noodles inside of the dried food bag is amazing because the noodles mix nicely. It's like your carb base for foods that might not have like a carb in it. Like for example, the mountain chili, right? You could eat it with rice or something like that. I don't know. I think instant noodles like really blend in there really nicely. There was no like risk of it like being I don't know, being like unflavorful. It was just extra texture too. So it was really good. Great with the shakshuka as well. And like the stew, like all of it was great. I just didn't add it to the pork jambalaya. I think I still have one more because the pork jambalaya already came with rice. But maybe I could just throw it in there because like screw it, we're camping, like we're just calories, right? And like one of these things was like 560 calories. So that was a huge bump for weight, I guess. So I basically made sure that like it ended up being every breakfast and every dinner because we actually didn't stop for lunch. Every breakfast and dinner was like around 1,000 calories minimum. And for other protein sources, I had these pepperoni sticks, which are actually quite efficient, like from weight to calorie and protein ratios. Maybe I'll link a video. I don't know if I can link other people's videos, but I'll link this video of this guy that I watched who like had an amazing breakdown on all the foods, which like sort of really informed my decision on like what to pack. I got this delicious like barbecue like trail mix from Walmart. I just split into 3 bags and then just put in some jerky into all 3 of those bags. And I think the salty trail mix was actually the game changer. Like it was so good. You just need the salts, I think, when you're walking. I had some chocolate almonds, like they were salted as well. Those were amazing. I just like chewed through them after like we finished like walking or like we're on a break. I'm just like bam, 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 give me some. And my actual homemade nut trail mix, which is literally just like 6 different types of nuts and pumpkin seeds and dark chocolate flakes. I had those more like for dinner. I don't know. I don't quite like them as much. Like in terms of flavor, like all of these things are so delicious. And the thing is, it's like, I need that delicious savory food after like a long strenuous journey. Like the phrase "an army marches on its stomach" is so true. Like I learned it the hard way last time where I was like, I didn't have anything like delicious to eat and I was like, fuck, I hate this. So yeah, this is like food is actually an unbelievable morale boost. We have it with such easy access like every single day. We don't really think about it, but like damn, like when you're out there, like food is the stuff. So I made sure to bring like 4,000 calories every day, but I ended up bringing close to like 14,000, maybe even 15,000 calories in total, which is not a bad thing, right? More calories is not a bad thing. So yeah. Clothing. So I actually updated my clothing. I got like a nice quick dry sweat wicking shirt. I was kind of scared though because it was like long sleeve and it was like heat tech. So I was like, am I going to get too warm in this? But I was marching in a forest mostly. So I didn't really feel the effects of it if it was going to get too warm. And it did dry me off really quick, which is great because you don't want to be like drenched and soaked in your own sweat because that also adds extra weight, makes you feel uncomfortable, other things. I got some really comfortable nylon camping / hiking pants that are water resistant or waterproof maybe. I don't know. I haven't actually like been in a rain or something, rainstorm or something. But yeah, so those were great. And I got a mini chest rig, kind of like the one on the right here, because I still wanted to have quick access to my bear spray, my knife, bug spray. I didn't want to like keep having to reach back into my bag to grab those things and like, have to like search it. So that was pretty fun, like just having all that stuff there, like my energy gels and like my phone. But I guess my other buddies were like, yo, bro, like I know that looks cool, but like maybe you should like put it away. Like maybe it's like messing with your weight distribution, but I'll see. I kind of prefer it. I kept my belly kind of warm too. Maybe that's bad, maybe that's good, but also sort of like made that area essentially off limits to bugs to bite, so that's like one less area to really care about for bug spray as well. So quality of life, some other improvements. Oh my god, wet wipes. I bought like a tiny little pack of like 20 wet wipes. I didn't even finish them all, but they were the best thing ever. Like when you're done like walking, like you're just nasty, like your hands are nasty. You're like, man, I gotta eat and stuff, and I'm just like, wet wipes, amazing. I like wipe my face down, like I feel so clean, and you burn it later. There's no waste. You have to carry home, amazing. And then we got this camp pillow. It was like a last minute decision, kind of like we were just at Mech with my buddy. I just saw this camp pillow and was like, oh, it's $20. And then like we're touching it, we're feeling it. Oh, it's pretty soft. And then so I actually used it at my because we went camping before my 5K run, and then we both like sort of tested out the pillow, and we were both like, damn, this is a game changer. So that was actually amazing. Like it was helpful. Like I would sometimes I would sleep on it or just hold it, sometimes, it's just like, it's a soft item. Not a lot of soft items in the wild. Anyways, trekking poles are definitely a must. Really help me with the hills. Like when I'm going up hills, I could just try to like charge up it like I'm skiing and just ram both poles in the ground and just push myself up. Found that's great. I didn't actually have any fire starter blocks, but my buddies had fire starter blocks, and those things are actually a blessing to start fires with, especially if there's no birch trees nearby. If there's birch trees, birch bark is just as good. But yeah, I think I need to get myself some fire starter blocks as well, because those things just burn for a long time, and they are able to hold the flame for a long time, which will let you get sticks going. Otherwise, you'll have to really go through a headache to try and start a fire. And I don't actually have the skill to do that quite just yet. So maybe one day. So issues that I encountered. Pump filters. I decided to go and shell out and buy this MSR pump filter, which ended up costing me like almost $200. And it was great for the first 5 liters worth of water, but because I had disassembled it before just to like make sure everything was there and I was looking at it, this little ring, I took it out and I didn't shove it in properly, so it actually cracked like right here where like the connecting, like the little nib part connects to the flat umbrella part. So that actually broke. I had to fiddle with it, but I figured out a way to get the pump to continue to draw water, like despite the breakage. But that was an issue. One of my buddies told me, because he had an MSR as well, that this part clogs easily, so he put a coffee filter over it. So I need to get something like that as well. Another issue is the flow rate just like drops like through the roof after a certain point, and you have to like scrub it. And that's just a huge problem with just pump filters in general, because like my buddy had a different brand, like another one of my hiking buddies had a different brand of pump filter, and his had like massive flow rate until it just like boom stopped. Something messed up, and I'm just like, damn, what the heck? And we had to clean it, disassemble it. So huge headache. Now the replacement I think is probably gonna be a squeeze filter, because my other buddy has a squeeze filter system. I have a Lifestar squeeze filter system, but I probably need to bring like a little canister to help it scoop water in faster. I'll have to figure out how to do that, because it's a pain in the ass to fill this thing up. But once you fill it up, you just squeeze it out. My buddy has a similar bottle, but it's got a wider neck. It's still sort of like a Life Straw-y type of filter, and that thing has not failed. I have some unknowns, like I don't know what the points of failure for these filters are. Maybe for the squeeze bag, like the bag itself pops, but these bags might be prone to popping. But my buddy had like a plastic sort of malleable body sort of bottle, and that was less likely to pop. It seemed, unless like you punctured it essentially. And yeah, I don't know what to do in terms of cleaning either, like how much you have to maintain these. So yeah, they're also less like energy intensive, because I was just cranking away on that pump filter and I got like 3 drops of water. I'm just like, ugh. So I'm probably still gonna keep the pump filter. I don't know, I might just return it. It is a lot of money. Yeah, I'm probably gonna return it. So yeah, that's that. And shoes. So all my buddies wore like some sort of Gore-Tex running shoe with like a rock plate on the inside, and I think they had a wider surface area for like the bottom. And I just wore these like Merrell boots that was like $100 from Amazon. They're good. They're not bad, I would say. They're like definitely better than like going up there in like running shoes that are like basic, right? I even added like soft insoles here to add some extra cushioning and support, but I don't know, like if the shoes make a difference. I'm pretty sure the rock plate makes a difference. So like you just don't feel rocks most of the time. I still feel rocks in my boots, so that's not great. Like eventually it'll just wear on your feet, and it'll make your feet hurt more. So that is something. But I don't know if it's like my legs are weak, or like my shoes are heavy, or if it's a combination of both at the same time. I don't know. So I'll have to test things out. Probably starting with like just hold on, wait. Probably starting off with like just working out my legs first, and then like maybe wearing these shoes one more time. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, my bag, really heavy for a 65 liter. I think most bags now weigh like 2 pounds for a 65 liter, like approximately. So I don't know why my bag's so heavy. It's probably the material. Like it's super tough and stuff. So I might get a new bag. I'll see. So that's that. And yeah, I gotta stop skipping leg day. I just gotta do squats, gotta do lunges. But yeah, that's basically it for the postmortem. I really enjoyed this hike. Overall, it was like not as bad as the last time, because last time there was probably like some alternate universe dimension where I probably died and didn't come back because of the leg. But yeah, so good thing we learned, like we made all our mistakes in one run. You know, that's how you speed run it. You know, make all the mistakes all at the same time, but just enough that you don't like completely screw yourself over, and then make all the changes next time, right? Don't do things that way. Don't do things that way. But yeah, I'll just speed running my improvements. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys will like enjoy these, I might upload some shorts or like a little clip of like just sort of highlights of the hike separately, because my phone like can't transfer the data to my computer quickly, so I'll have to like send it to a Google Drive and then download it, you know, all those shenanigans. So yeah, anyways, leave a like if you guys enjoyed this insights and stuff, and yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later.
The tires, let's light some fires.
Need a light.
They picked the wrong fight.